Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Wednesday, the 2nd of December, comes to you from London. And we start by looking at the dollar sinking lower still this morning. So we're seeing a little bit of a recovery, but it's just a general downtrend. So dollar weakness continues to be the theme, downside targets. So that's quite worrying for the dollar. Euro is now above 120 on that weaker dollar, so euro is breaking higher, breaking out, and this looks like a continuation pattern. A move sideways, another move. Remembering this is my weekly, my daily, and my 60-minute chart, long-term, medium-term, and short-term view of the market. Looking at sterling, we're sitting at 133.47. Just falling back a little bit against the dollar there, and weakening against the euro, sitting at 110. So sterling just a weaker there, that stronger euro. Taking a look at Bitcoin, we are up 1.7%, still holding the $19,000 level and looking very strong indeed. New upside target to $20,500 if we can break above this 19.2 level, and there's a massive upside target to 25,000 if we can break on that 0.5% chart, so that's really significant. The S&P 500 index was up over 1% yesterday. US market starting to show have a strong showing. The Nasdaq now closing above the September high, so we are seeing those downward targets have been negated off the chart. So that's very good news for the market. Looks like we'll push higher, and we see the Dow up 0.6%. And the S&P future on the S&P is down slightly, and the Nasdaq is down slightly as well. So we will see potentially markets just giving up a little bit of what they gained yesterday. The VIX volatility is up just under 1%, but still sitting at 20, just holding that 20 level. But the fear index, if we like, is actually now back to levels that we haven't seen since the beginning of the virus. The FTSE future flat this morning. The DAX in Germany, the cash market down 1/3%, the CAC Quarante down just under 1/3%. So we are just seeing markets pulling back slightly. Japan was up 1/3%, and the Hang Seng was little changed, as was China. India was little changed as well. The Aussie market also little changed. Gold recovering off this $1,800 level back into short-term bullish territory. We've got a new upside target to 1911, so it does look like we might have seen the bottom for gold. Downside targets still hanging over us, of course. Watch for new upside targets building on these longer-term charts. Silver back above 24. That's looking more bullish as well. US 10-year yields did jump yesterday, and we're back above that 90 level, so we're sitting at 0.93% at the moment. So coming back, pushing higher. Bond yields in the US just strengthening. In terms of the energy mix, little change. Our call was neutral for Brent crude this week. We see here we've just been flat ever since. That's playing out. WTI also fairly neutral there. US nat gas, not much change here either, sitting at $2.89, very much stuck in the range. Coal just holding that, was above $61, it's just pulling back now. It's holding at 61.20, so we are just seeing it holding that resistance level. That was quite key for coal. We see that resistance level there at 61, breaking through there. Emissions hanging on. They did fall back a little bit yesterday, but hanging on to the trend, still looking pretty bullish. We do have a downside target there on the very short-term chart. Just need to keep an eye on that. Gas markets are down this morning. We're seeing MVP down 0.5%, TTF down 1.2%, and winter gas also lower as well. So gas just not looking quite as strong. Looking at German power, little change here this morning, sitting at 42 €20. Most of the other power markets just falling. And if we look at the Nordic market, down 2% on the CAL and down nearly 3% on the future. But the recovery is still very much in train. We are still bearish below the cloud here, of course, but quite a big move on that short-term chart. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.